value out of. And really that's kind of where the vision board piece also came back into my space. In this course, I really had to think about, what's behind my art, who am I as a person, as an artist, what kind of audience do I want to reach? So those kinds of questions. And as part of this program, we had to do a project, and it had to tie into kind of like what's our mission in so thinking beyond art, like what's our mission in life? Who do we serve? What do we?
The big questions.
The big question, and this is where I felt like, and this is what I do during the day, is helping people and helping them see what's possible for them. So I thought, okay, well, maybe art for me is really more of, I enjoy doing it. I'm never going to stop. But maybe it's really more of a hobby. And I'm going to continue to have shows and continue to do all that, but maybe it's more of a hobby, not necessarily like my moneymaker, where I want to have a career just selling paintings. So as part of my project, I did, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do vision board workshops, because that's collagey, fun, crafty, and also really speaks to, I want to help people create a vision for themselves and their lives and help them see, what's possible for them. And so that's kind of where all that reemerged for me. So I went from doing these vision board parties at my house to, you know what, I'm going to hold these vision board workshops.
So what does a vision board workshop look like?
What does it look like?
Do people come in with like an empty board? And
yes. Mm-hmm. So people come in, and I ask them to bring magazines, bring pictures, bring, think about ahead of time, what's one or two areas in their life that they would like to see some kind of change, some kind of improvement. Is it around career? Is it around, family, health, whatever it might be. So that's kind of like my pre-work, is to bring magazines, bring pictures, have a sense of maybe an area or two that you want to focus on. And I have the supplies. I also bring magazines. I have the poster board. I have the glue, and I just have them all there, and I take them through a guided meditation to kind of get grounded. And good. Yeah, and just talk about, what is a vision board, and kind of also dispel that the myth that if I just put down $1 million on my board, I'm going to get $1 million. Because some people think, well, I've done vision boards in the past and they don't work. And the key is you got to take action. So anyway, so I take them just through the process. I bring my board as an example to share. And, but really it's that guided meditation, I think, that helps people get focused. And I just give them a space to play and to, and have time for themselves. Because I think, in the day-to-day, people don't take time to reflect. People don't take time to imagine. And what I think artists are really good at is visualizing, is imagining, and, really using that right side of their brain to see, what's possible. And so I feel like these workshops really, I asked for feedback, and I want to know what's working, what's not, and every workshop I've done, everybody has said, you know what? Thank you for giving me the space to focus on me and imagine and kind of see, what could be possible for me this year.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. Actually, I'm really curious now. Is the center of your vision board really important, or does that doesn't really matter? Is that really a focal point, or it depends on the person? Not really.
Yeah, not so much. It's just something that's a creative, outlet for me, and I think it has, just kind of sparked, I've been at my job for 9 years now, and I'm at that point where I'm ready to pivot again.
Mm-hmm. The itch.
And I've got the 9-year itch, and so I'm, this art course that I did really got me thinking about, how can I use my art? How can I use my love for helping people? And I don't know what the answer is. Like, this is stuff that I'm kind of trying to figure out.
Yeah, exploring it, of course.
But I'm exploring it. But really, like, that class helped me kind of put some kind of, kind of get me to where I'm at now is, what do I want to do next? And how am I going to incorporate my art into my mission of, because I know I'm going to continue coaching. I know I'm going to continue, having workshops. Maybe they're not vision board workshops, or maybe I just do that, a couple times a year. But I just feel like, the point that I'm at in my life now is really, okay, the artist is here. The artist is here, and she's not going anywhere, and I'm, going to keep creating, and as a result of this class, I've had the most art shows that I think I've had in my entire life, just within the span of a year.
Was some of this on on your vision board?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think, it's interesting because on my past vision board, I had, a picture of like women together and, like a workshop. I didn't know what, but I had a workshop. And then fast forward, I had my vision board workshops. And, and I had on my vision board definitely like art shows and my art and art on like clothing and other things. And so that's something that I want to get to eventually, not now. But anyway, I'm kind of all over the place, but that's kind of where I'm at now. It's just like, oh my gosh, all my wheels are spinning, and and also out of this course, and Kathy's group, to be honest with you too, like, because I have my own mastermind with Kathy's group. The book thing came out. I just,
That's where I was going next. Yes, you're wanting to write a book.
Yes.
And what's going to be about?
So my book is a collection of inspirational stories of women over 40 who have pivoted in their life, just completely doing something different or new. Whether it's career or relationship or dealing with a major health setback. And I've interviewed 23, 24 women already. And as part of this book, I also wanted to do a little art piece with each interview. So that's where my little art piece comes in. And with every interview that I did, I asked every woman, what's your favorite color or colors? And tell me what your favorite quote is. And so I'm done with all my interviews. I'm done with the transcription. I've done all my backgrounds on the art pieces. And now it's just me putting on the quote to each art piece and figuring out what that's going to look like. So my book is coming together. I'm really excited about it. And I started writing, a little bit of my story for the intro. And because a couple of people that I interviewed said, well, hey, this is great, you're getting my story, but what about your story? And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to write a little intro, sharing a little bit more about me.
Of course.
And then I've got to, work on whatever the wrap up is going to be after the interviews, because I would like there to be some kind of, whether it's themes or, something. So that's where I'm at.
So you've interviewed these women about their favorite colors and quotes. What's your favorite color? And do you have a quote?
Oh my gosh. So my favorite colors are blue and orange. Blue and orange. I just love that combo. Contrasting colors.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily have a favorite quote, but one that I always, go back to is, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right.
Yep, Henry Ford, right?
Yes. And, so that is one. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Another one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Too. And then most recently, a phrase that I keep on saying over and over again is, you do you. Because I feel like at this point in my life, I've always known I was an artist. I always, knew that from my core as a little child. And I feel like for a majority of my life, even though I painted here and there and, I've had my shows and all this and that, I felt like it was still kind of suppressed. And I felt like I really had to live up to my parents' expectations and society's expectations and, do what's right, versus make a difference. And, look good versus making a difference. And I just, I'm at a point in my life now where I'm like, nope, I'm doing me. I'm living for me. And
then
so
spreading that lesson, coaching people, helping them out, letting them know.
Yes.
That's really important. That's what we need more of.
Yeah. Fanning their flames and helping them see what's possible. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many artists give up? They might say, oh, I've been doing this for a while. I don't think I'm good enough. Why do you think that happens to so many artists?
I think it's just old limiting beliefs. I think it's, maybe just, the environment that they were in and just really going back to that mindset of, not being able to do their work that maybe they were called to do and not, persevering. And I think it's just maybe listening too much to what other people think versus listening to their intuition. And, and also I think it's, getting feedback to just, I'm not saying you want to mold yourself to every little piece of feedback that people give you, but also, are they